Alright everyone, budget magic time. Today we are playing green-black elves in standard. And this hand is acceptable. Yeah, so we got a 2-drop. Well, 3 2-drops. And that gives us the potential for a lot of elves. This deck is kind of sweet. It's basically a small creature tribal deck that gets paid off from the Lord here, Dwyan, and also Shaman of the Pack to deal a ton of damage. And that was a great first draw. So now we actually have a 1-drop in Gnarl Root Trapper. It's another one of the appeals of this deck. We basically get 8 Elvish Mystics, since a huge percentage of the cards in our decks are Elves. We get Trapper and the actual Mystic. So now I think we will... I don't think there's a 1-mana removal spell, so I think plan here is just to go with Dwyan's Elite. Gives us an Elf token. And then we get to get in for 1 with the Trapper. Guessing we're up against the green-white deck that was so popular this past weekend at Grand Prix San Diego. So, not worried about a lot of removal. Mostly just big, efficient creatures, Fleecemane Lion, Coursers, so on. Could be something else. It's possible this is like an Enchantress build or something. It's a little weird that they wouldn't have any plays on with 2 mana. So now we are going to go with Elvish Visionary. Draw a card, hopefully draw land. No land. Alright. So we will just get in with everything. And pass the turn back. Temur Sabertooth. So 1 non-elf creature in the deck. And I'm pretty excited about having this card in the main deck. It lets us kind of combo off. It has an ability where you can pay 2 and pick up a creature, which is awesome with like Elvish Visionary in the late game, Dwyan's Elite in the late game, Shaman to deal damage. So that's kind of the idea with that card. Chord of Calling, 1, 2, 3. So we can chord for 3, but I don't know if that's what we want to do. I think we're going to attack with everything except the Trapper. If our opponent blocks, we can give something Death Touch. Alright, no blocks. And now we can play... I guess we'll just... Oh man, it's tough. Dwyan's Elite is nice because it gives us 2 elves for our chord. Elvish Visionary could draw us into a land, which we really want. I think we're going to go with Visionary here. Hopefully hit a land. There's a land. So now, instead of another Trapper, I think we're just going to play this Dwyan's Elite. It's bad if our opponent has some sort of Wrath, End Hostilities, or something along those lines. Otherwise, I think it's good. And our opponent scoops it up. So no Wrath. Slow draw there from the Enchantress deck. And we had a pretty sweet draw. Lots of 2-drops. Had our big finishers. So anyway, yeah, Temur Sabertooth. The idea of Temur Sabertooth is we can chord for it, although we do have 2 copies, because I kind of do want to draw it sometimes. But we can chord for it, and use that to bounce things that we want to bounce. Shaman, Dwyan's Elite, also Elvish Visionary, Sylvan Messenger, and post-sideboard, we get to go all the way up to... Post-board, we get to go up to 4 Reclamation Sages, because we have them in... we have 1 in the main deck and 3 in the board. And we also have 3 Back to Natures, so we are pretty well set up to mess with this Enchantress deck. But I know because I played this deck for a similar deck for Budget Magic 2 weeks ago, and the one card you really don't want to see is Back to Nature. That's pretty much GG's. So we got to cut 1 more of something. Took out the Guilt Leap Winnowers. Since most of their creatures are symmetrical, Eidolon of Blossoms, the tokens from Sigil. So that doesn't seem too appealing. Also took out the ultimate prices because in an all enchantment deck, Reclamation Sage is just straight up better. We can chord for it. It kills everything, also kills non-creature enchantments. So you got to make 1 more cut. And we might just go down a Dwyan. We went up to 3 of them because it is nice to have the Lord and the Life Gain is really nice in aggro matchups, but this isn't an aggro matchup, so I don't think we need the full 3 copies, and it is pretty bad to draw multiple since it's legendary. And this hand is fine. We got the ton of 1-drops, a Dwyann's Elite, and a Reclamation Sage. What this hand would really like would be a Chord of Calling. I think that would be the best draw. And there it is. Yeah, because we can just play so many cheap creatures. We can go 1-drop, 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 or 1-drop plus Dwyann's Elite, and we'll be set up to Chord for something big pretty early. Rashing Cleric. Okay, that is not an enchantment. Also not really a problem. Well, now I guess we go with Gnarlroot Trapper. Gnarlroot Trapper. So actually, we get to play... That's a lot of 1-drops. We played 4 1-drops on by turn 2. So you have a ton of mana. We do got to be worried about like Tragic Arrogance and Hostilities. Those cards can definitely punish us for overextending. Next week's Ram. Interesting. Another land. 1, 2. So we can Chord for a 4-drop. I think that might be our plan. Let them gain 1 life, and at the end of their turn, Chord for our Temur Sabertooth. And that gives us protection against Wrath by letting us make it indestructible and pick up creatures. And it also sets us up for bouncing our Reclamation Sage repeatedly. Eidolon of Blossoms. So we are going to want to deal with that sooner or later. We have paid a lot of life to our lands, but that's alright. So green, green, green. And then pay 4 to get our Sabertooth. And this should be pretty sweet. Temur Sabertooth, I think, is a really key addition to this deck that I don't think people have been playing main deck. But it just seems super awesome. Kind of gives it that nice combo Elves feel from Legacy. Oh, so now we can... Well, yeah. Let's pay with our Trappers to play a Reclamation Sage, killing the Eidolon. Yes, we will kill it. Then we'll just play the land and... We could pick it up and replay it, but that leaves us a little weak to a Wrath. Right now we can pick up 2 creatures. Yeah, I think we'll just pass the turn for now. With the plan being that we can pick up our Reclamation Sage and something else if there's a Wrath, but definitely our Reclamation Sage to set up for next turn. Sigil, sure. Unfortunately, infinite Reclamation Sages is one of the reasons to play this deck. Yep, so we will pick up our Reclamation Sage. So good. What do we draw here? Ooh, Shaman of the Pack. We can't quite combo up because they've gained so much life, but... So we're just going to go with Reclamation Sage, kill the Sigil, and follow that up with a Shaman of the Pack. So, I mean, hopefully there's not a Wrath, but we can still bounce 1 creature and make our Sabertooth indestructible, and that gets it done. I'm telling you, Temur Sabertooth is the card for the Elf deck. Like, play it, play it, play it. It's so sweet. It makes it feel like Modern or Legacy Elves. Yeah, anyway, game 1 in the books. Easy win over Green-White Constellation, which has actually been one of the better performing decks. It has done well lately, so sweet. I'll be back.